morning. Today I'm just gonna be doing some sketching. I found this old notebook, sketchbook that I was about to get rid of, but I was like, you know what? I have all these nice sketchbooks, like this one, Lecturum. It's so nice. And I'm like afraid to actually do stuff in it, I feel like. So I've decided today to try and loosen up. I'd use this sketchbook that I don't really care about. So yeah, gonna be eating my breakfast, painting, and you guys can join me. Okay, I have all my paints ready to go. I'll just show you what paints I used real quick. We got like a yellow ochre, medium yellow, and a lemon yellow. For the blues, I have ultramarine, a blue lake, and a violet. And I'm probably gonna use this Simple Winsor Newton Cotman set for some skin tones. So today I was kind of looking up, I wanted to do a study in this sketchbook and just I got these gouache paints a while ago. You can see, I think it was just a super cheap gouache set just because I wanted to get my hands on it. It's Reeves, but it's like pretty cheap. And when I used it the first time, they were pretty chalky, which I didn't love. I've heard some great things about, I believe it's Holbein gouache. They might have both kinds, but specifically their acrylic gouache, which I would love to try and use because I don't often use acrylics and they're just different than watercolor. I'm gonna give these gouache another go and gonna try it on this sketchbook because I'm like, you know what? I should use these rather than just get rid of them and throw them away. And I'm gonna try my best to fill this crappy sketchbook up. And the reason it's a mixed media sketchbook, which I think means it has a paintbrush, so it says it can take some, or I think it thinks it can take some paint. I did some watercolor on it yesterday and it wasn't the best, but I think that was because the paper and some of it just kind of dulled my colors. So I'm gonna see if gouache being more opaque will kind of be better. So anyway, currently right now I'm looking at some images on Pinterest because when I was trying to look for some monochromatic color palettes, something that Pinterest suggested in my search was monochromatic fashion, which was like interesting sounding. So yeah, so I'm looking at some pictures within that search. These two guys in a picture are wearing like all yellow, which is, this one's particularly interesting because it's like a yellow pantsuit. Kind of gross, but you know, whatever. I'm assuming this is more like, or not assuming, this is more high fashion stuff, which I'm like, whoever wears this in real life, but you know, it's whatevs. I haven't uploaded a whole lot recently because there's been a lot of new things happening in my life. So my husband and I moved to Arlington, and also I quit my full-time graphic design job because now there's a lot of references and videos out there about like going freelance and when to do that. So my particular situation is pretty different from most people. So please don't just take this and be like, oh, I should quit also. My particular situation is that my husband has a pretty good job and makes enough that I don't really need to work currently just because we don't have kids and we don't have a whole lot of expenses. So I figured it would be a good time to try out freelance work because there's not a whole lot of risk. We don't have kids. We don't have a whole lot of things we need to pay for. So if I don't make a whole lot of money right away, it's not a huge deal. That's not most people's situations, and I understand that mine is particularly, I'm just pretty blessed. And I felt guilty about it at first. I'm like, other people don't get to do this. Why should I get to do this? But I realized not doing it doesn't really change the situation. So I figured, you know what, this is best for my family, my husband and I right now, and it would really serve greatly in the future if once we do have kids, this art career of mine could be more steady and already like on its feet. Have had a few client things and got an Etsy shop going. Actually, I have two. So this was something my friend suggested to me. I have an Etsy shop which contains artwork that I have created personally and just like, and have made prints of or put on bags and such. I'll put a link to that in the description, and feel free to check that out. But also, my friend suggested, because I wanted to do some commissions and some custom portraits, that I create a second Etsy shop just for custom work. So I've done that, and I'll also link that one. And that one's actually been doing pretty well. It's gotten more notice, I think, than my other one, just because I think my first one, you have to know who I am and like my stuff. And there's probably some SEO stuff I need to work on, which I have a little bit, but you can't do a whole bunch all at once just because it takes about 60-ish days for any of your SEO work and changes to take effect or to see results from them. So, but yeah, so that's been pretty cool. I've had a few custom illustrations already in commissions, which I do commissions through a few different loops. So if you guys are interested in commissions, I'll leave ways down below that you can get some of those, or what am I saying? Get in contact with me about pricing and stuff like that. So, yes. So yeah, I just haven't uploaded a whole lot, I haven't been very motivated to make videos because editing takes a long time. So I'm like, I could be painting, or I could be working on client stuff. But with the encouragement of my sister, Annalise, whose channel I will link below, she's kind of told me I should get back into the YouTube game. So she's helping me with some editing and some ideas for like a content calendar for YouTube. And we'll see how that goes. So stay tuned for that. This is a very strange outfit this chick is wearing. If I can, I'll put the links to all of the pictures I used in the description down below, or I'll have a post edit or thing where there's at least a little pop-up of the picture briefly. So, because you just gotta see these. I'm like, who wears these? How have you guys been? I would love, if people wanted to take some suggestions on types of things to draw, because I would like to do more of these videos in the future, just sort of drawing together and talking, catching up. And so if you guys ever have questions, things you want me to answer about freelancing, I'm definitely not an expert, but that's kind of the goal of my channel. Is I follow quite a few people who are where I hope to be one day, but it's just so hard to kind of see where they have come from, unless some of them you can go back and watch their old videos, but It's just, I think a lot of people didn't get on YouTube until they had more of a following. That could be wrong. At least art-wise. So I would love if at all my videos and work helps any other early freelancers get started, then I will have done. It'll have been worth it. So, and then also just myself, I really enjoy watching like painting videos, and it's just so therapeutic, you know? And so I thought maybe you guys would enjoy that from my work. My roommate always loves to watch me draw, so I figured I'd let you in on that a little bit more. We'll see how that goes. Okay, and here's the thing, guys. This art is not amazing, I know that. But you gotta make a whole lot of crap before you can make anything good. So that's what I'm doing. Also, I've been using Procreate so much, which is great, but I think I'm pretty rusty now with actually drawing, that there have been several times I've tried to like zoom in using my fingers or tap undo, and that just doesn't work, obviously. So nothing too impressive today, just a sketchbook page. I didn't care about this guy enough to finish him, but I like how the pen looks with the gouache. There's kind of some nice line variation just because of the paint thickness, so I didn't have to try as hard. And the painted outlines give it a different look, but I think also look nice. Maybe make it look more clean, but sometimes I like the messier look. That is it for today. Thank you so much for drawing with me. You know, it wasn't super impressive stuff, but it's just fun to draw and chat, I think. And I liked testing out these paints. I'll play around more with them. As always, you can check out my Instagram and my Twitter to see sketches and finished pieces. I hope to do more gouache and watercolor, as most of my stuff has been digital lately. But yeah, thanks so much for tuning in, and until next time, bye.